Alright, so this time we're going back to Cope. Cope is pretty cool. Um, it's got more mons. Well, it doesn't have more mons than Cap does, but it's got some funnier mons, I should say. And this is one of those funny mons. We got Clobber. Funnily enough, there's actually a move called Clobber, but that's not important. The important thing is telling you how to use this thing and basically, what's its bread and butter. What does it do, right? Let's take a look at its stats first. It's your standard slow physical attacker. Slow, bulky physical attacker. 86 HP, 142 attack, 121 defense, 78 special attack, 65 special defense, 48 speed. So it basically relies on, physical attacks, right? Its abilities are actually really, really interesting. Hypercutter and Hydration, you're not really going to care about, but Water Veil is actually kind of good for on this really prominent physical attacker. Water Veil is actually really good if something is very wanting to try and status you with a burn, and if they do that, they'll get caught off guard and see Water Veil and realize they can't do that, and probably get hit with a bulk up or some really strong move. This has happened to me once, and I have seen that it's really, really good. Also got Compound Eyes. We'll get into later as to why that's really good, but yeah, Compound Eyes on this thing is actually really good synergy. Like you'll see later. Obviously, all these are 100% accurate, which is why we're using the Water Veil on this one. But trust me. So we got Bulk Up, Aqua Jet, Knockoff, Crustacean Combat. We'll get into what this is later, but Bulk Up raises the user attack. You already know these three moves, right? Knockoff, just good move, really just annoying good move, right? Bulk Up for setup, Aqua Jet for priority, because this thing's really strong physically, but it's also slow. So you want to mitigate that with Aqua Jet. Crustacean Combat is interesting in where it works like High Jump Kick, where it combines water and fighting in its effectiveness, which means this move is going to be super effective against steel types. Psychic types are going to resist this move. That's important. The reason why that's important is this isn't just using liquidation or waterfall or crab hammer. There's actually more to it, right? Water plus fighting is actually really good. Like offensively, it's not terrible. I'd say you might want to only use this if you don't have a fighting type on your team already. That's kind of the only reason I think you want to use this, since I think Crab Hammer is more reliable, but not to say this is bad though. Like 100 power, 100 accuracy, that's just good. With stab 150 power, it's a good move. It's not like it has like a glaring, downside to it. It's a good move, and you should probably use it if you want more coverage on one move, I guess. Here we have Compound Eyes, Dragon Rush and Crab Hammer. It gets Dragon Rush Compound Eyes. That's why Compound Eyes is so big. This inaccurate dragon type move is usually seen as really bad, right? Dragon Rush is usually seen as bad because of only 75% accuracy. People are usually going to miss it more than using Dragon Claw. Like, yeah, so also something also interesting is that it gets Dragon Dance. It has 48 speed. Do not ever use that. Okay, it has 48 speed. Do not do that. But yeah, Dragon Claw, especially here, Dragon Claw has a high critical hit ratio. The only reason you'd ever want to use Dragon Rush is if you know you're gonna hit it. And with Compound Eyes, you know you're gonna hit it. You know you're gonna hit it. Same for Crab Hammer, high crit ratio. You know you're gonna hit it with Compound Eyes. Dream Punch for some longevity and healing, since this thing does not get any reliable healing. And Aqua Jet for more priority. This thing also has Aqua Jet. It's got a life 4%. It's different. This is just to show that it gets more coverage. You know, it gets a lot of coverage, right? On this Compound Ice set, you can even substitute Drain Punch for Cross Chop because you know it's inaccurate, but also has a high crit ratio. And also, uh, this thing right here, Water Veil, not really that important, but it has Iron Head because it can take on other fairy types. Even though there's not many fairy types that are slower than it, I don't think. But you know, it's there, right? You can also put Assault Vest on it, so you can live some Moon Blasts. Who knows? Not to say its special defense is like that bad. Putting Assault Vest would actually work. It would work. Overall, I think Clobber, you know, design wise, pretty damn cool, right? That's a pretty damn cool lobster, right? Uh, Viability wise, it's not bad. It's like B plus, A minus, low A, B plus. Yeah, I'd say in that range. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does things like it has one job. It's a one trick pony in doing a lot of damage. It has barely any, you know, utility. Utility is like absent from this thing. It is selfless. You are going to want to be doing damage with this thing. Physical, physical damage, and that's its job. That's its only job, mostly, right? But I mean, yeah, that's basically it. Not to say this thing is bad. This thing is really good. It gets taught if you're crazy. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this guide. Love doing cope guides. I think these mods are really interesting to talk about, especially Clobber, even though you know it kind of only has one thing going on for it. But yeah, hopefully next time I'll go over a very interesting cope mod. I would make a pun relating to it, but I can't think of anything, so bye.